Hey guys, welcome to my garden. I wanted to make a quick video just dedicated to the vegetable garden because I haven't shown you guys what we have going on in, I think, over a month. So things are definitely progressing. If you haven't seen my previous videos, we have 6 raised beds. We do all organic gardening and we use the no-dig method, which means that we don't till the soil, we don't add fertilizers or any kind of chemicals. If we do have to add a nutrient to the soil, we will use a completely organic version of whatever that nutrient is. So let's take a look at what's going on. I haven't actually been over here in a couple days, so we had like 2 weeks of, maybe a week and a half of pretty cloudy, overcast, cooler conditions. And everything just kind of stalled. This is all the warm weather stuff right now, so not a lot had been happening. We had all these tomatoes just sitting on the vine. They weren't ripening. But all of this week is supposed to be like 90 degrees and sunny, so I'm hoping that things will finally start ripening up. So let's take a look at this bed on the end. This is a slightly larger raised bed, and all of our beds are just made out of, we just nailed some wood together and filled them with soil and compost. Oh, back to the no-dig method. I didn't mention that. All we do to improve the soil is once a year, every fall, we cover the raised beds in compost, and you can see our compost bin back there. We try to make as much of our own compost as we have time to do. Otherwise, we will buy organic compost or cow manure. But that's it. That's really all your garden needs. You don't need to constantly be adding chemicals. And by not tilling the garden every year, we are actually improving the structure of the soil, and we're not disturbing the organisms that live in the soil. And those organisms actually help our plants absorb and make use of the nutrients. So they're really, really important. So that's all we do. So back to our squash patch. We have several zucchini plants. We've already been harvesting zucchini. There's another one right there. This is, I forget the variety of zucchini. But I planted this because, I think it's called Spineless Beauty. And I planted that because I was sick of getting poked by the leaf stalks and by the zucchini. So I'm enjoying harvesting them much more this year. So we have, it looks like that one is still growing. This one's about ready. And I think we have, there's another one on the ground over there that looks huge. I don't know if you can see it. And we have 3 sitting in the fridge. We have plenty of zucchini. We also have planted acorn squash. So we have several of these. I think we planted 3 acorn squash plants, and then we also planted 3 butternut squash. And so far, we only have a couple of butternut growing for some reason. And this is flip-flopped. from last year. Last year we had like no acorn squash, and we probably harvested 10 to 12 really big butternut squash. And then this year we only have a couple butternut, but we've got, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 acorn squash so far. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. This is our newest bed, so I think this is only our second or third year growing in here. So the soil isn't as nutrient rich as the soil in our other beds yet. So we may have to add some more compost or manure to kind of help the squash along. We'll see. We also have potatoes. I'll show you in the bed down there, but we also have 2 containers full of potatoes because we love potatoes. We eat potatoes all the time. And if you have not grown your own potatoes, I highly recommend, because garden tomatoes are, they're really good. You can definitely tell the difference between a homegrown potato and a store-bought potato. We also just kind of threw a couple of tomato plants in here. We just had a couple of extra. So I believe these are the Celebrity variety, which is a really good, just kind of all around slicer tomato. It's good for fresh eating. It's good for putting in salads, putting on sandwiches, burgers. So, I mean, you're gonna see we have a ton of green tomatoes, and we're patiently waiting. I'm hoping this week of sun will get these things ready to go. I also planted some melons, which, again, this is my second year trying to grow melon, and I'm not having a ton of luck. They're super tiny. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Or maybe they take a long time. I'm not sure. I'm not a melon expert yet. So if you have any ideas on that, if you grow melons and you have any tips for me, let me know. So as far as tomatoes go, we try to get a good mix of paste tomatoes we can eat on, in fresh, and then we also like to do some heirloom tomatoes because they are so flavorful. So we usually plant some Cherokee Purple and what's the other one we plant? I can't think of the name. I can't think of it. And those are usually indeterminate types, so we put them on these trellises so they can just keep growing. And it looks like this might be a Cherokee Purple, and it looks like it's starting to ripen up a little bit, so that's exciting. Here's some more heirlooms. Oh, I see a reddish tomato. Yes, we're getting there. We're close. We also have, so this bed is all Celebrity over here. And you can see these things are, if you only have room for a couple of tomato plants and you just really want to get as much as you can out of them, try Celebrity, because these plants are just loaded. And actually, I think these are also indeterminate. So they keep growing because we've had to prune them because they're running out of space. And at this point, we want the plants to focus on tomato production and not growing more leaves. We also have some peppers planted in here. I don't know if you can see that. So, oh, we have the tag here. So this one is a red knight. So it looks pretty much full grown. So it looks like we're just waiting for this one to start ripening up. We also have, I don't know if you noticed, along here, we have some shallots planted. Just because we had some extra space and we thought we'd give it a try. We have some jalapenos over here, which these are pretty much ready to pick. Especially that one. Gosh, look at all those tomatoes. More jalapenos. Yeah, these, we need to get out here and pick these. In this bed we have some paste tomatoes. I think we did Amish paste this year, and growing underneath them are green beans. Love green beans. Green beans are another super easy vegetable crop to grow if you're new to vegetable gardening. Super easy, super delicious. Way better than anything you could buy at the grocery store. And we also have more celebrity tomatoes in here, I think, and it looks like they're so close. Well, one of them's close. The rest are starting to turn orange. We have some more pepper plants, which we could, if we just wanted a green pepper, we could harvest this now, but we like to wait till they turn red, if we can. More peppers. I'm not sure. Oh, hold on, there's a tag down here. Oh, these are the red knights again. That's interesting because that other plant only had one large one on there, but this has a bunch of smaller ones. But they look good. And it looks like there are more getting started. So, green beans all the way around. We have been harvesting the green beans the past couple of weeks, so that's been good. And then in this bed we have another big patch of potatoes, and these are really ready to eat. So once the potato plant flowers, you can really start harvesting to eat them as new potatoes, or you can leave them in the ground, let them die all the way back, and then kind of cure them so that you can store them. We've just been coming out here and harvesting them as we want to eat them. So I'm sure we will eat these before we even get the chance to try to store them, because they're so good. And it's nice to be able to come out and just kind of grocery shop in your garden as you need stuff instead of waiting. We also have on these two trellises cucumbers, so those are just now starting to take off. Actually, I see one right here that's ready to go. These are pickling cucumbers. Last year was our first year trying pickling cucumbers. Usually we grow just regular fresh eating cucumbers. And we tried to make pickles. Some of them turned out really good. Some of them did not turn out so good. So we're gonna try it again because we love pickles, so hopefully we can get the recipes down so that we're happier with them this year. These two beds we had our cool crops in. Over there you can see we have carrots still. We still have beets in there. This bed's pretty much empty now. So we are going to clear this out. We might plant more beans in here so that we can keep the beans going. And I think for this bed we're gonna clear it out. That's all kale it's probably tough and bitter now, so we need to clear that out. And I want to maybe in a couple weeks plant lettuce and kale again. I'm not sure if it'll still be too warm, but I really want another crop of leafy stuff before there's not enough sun and it gets too cold. So that's my goal. We'll see if that happens. Every year I say we're gonna get better at succession planting, and I don't know, we get busy, the school year starts, things get crazy, and then we never get around to it. So hopefully this will be the year that we have another crop of lettuce and kale, maybe broccoli. So we'll see. We also have some really funny, somehow these black-eyed Susan seeds got in here. I don't know if some birds dropped them in here or what, but we have some little flowers, or maybe they were in the compost. I don't know. We had some flowers popping up in our vegetable garden too. I think that's pretty much it. I know this was a quick video. So if you have any questions about no-dig gardening, organic gardening, if you have any tips on growing melons, because I'm not sure what's going on with those, or if the cool weather just kind of slowed them down too much, let me know, because we're always learning, we're trying new things. We are not experts by any means. So I'm happy to receive any tips or suggestions. So any questions you have, feel free to pop them below. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video.